Weight Watchers. You know, the popular weight loss program that's endorsed by Oprah and hundreds of other celebrities? Yeah, that one. So, they have officially entered the obesity medicine game. And of course, I've got some thoughts. So let's dive in. Welcome back to the program, you beautiful people. My name is Dr. Dan. I'm a pharmacist turned obesity expert, and today we're talking about Weight Watchers getting in on the old obesity medicine bandwagon. But before we jump into that, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below so you don't miss another video. And of course, check me out on my other channels at the official Dr. Dan, and check out my website healthevolved.co if you would like to book a consultation with myself to see if you're a good fit for our program. So at the beginning of March of 2023, it was officially announced that Weight Watchers was going to be acquiring the telehealth obesity medicine platform called Sequence. And basically what Sequence is they connect individuals that are struggling with obesity with clinicians that can help them to manage their obesity by prescribing medications such as Wegovy, Ozempic, Mounjaro. As well, they also provide other services like dietitian help and mental health support and that sort of thing. I do want to preface this by saying that my incoming rant here is not about Sequence. I got nothing against Sequence. In fact, I think Sequence is doing some really great work and helping out a lot of people who otherwise might not be able to successfully access obesity medicines and obesity care for that matter. No. Today, we are talking solely about Weight Watchers. So, in case you've been living under some kind of rock, Weight Watchers has been around for decades. It is a household name in many places, and I would say nearly every single one of the thousands of individuals that I've worked with over the years has been on Weight Watchers at some point in time, with them losing and gaining the same 10 to 100 pounds over and over again throughout the years. And some of them even started in their early teens by tagging along with their mom because a doctor had said that they're fat and need to lose weight. Weight Watchers, or WW as they're more commonly referred to as now, is basically a simplified calorie counting program. You are then provided a certain number of points that you can utilize throughout the day, and if you stay within your allotted amount of points, well, you will lose weight because you are in a calorie deficit. And all of this is then supported by community groups, workshops, and that sort of thing. With the advancements in technology, a lot of it's happening on their app nowadays. However, back in the day, they actually used to have full-on meetup groups. Once a week, everybody would meet at some specific location, have a little powwow, and of course, get weighed in. And you can probably guess what happened. When the number on the scale went down for an individual, there was celebration and cheers, and everyone was happy for them and told them how great they were doing. However, when the number stayed the same, or God forbid, the number went up, well, they were told, you just need to try harder. My problem is not that the WW or Weight Watchers program doesn't work. I mean, just like any other diet plan or program or what have you out there, if you can create a calorie deficit consistently enough, you're going to lose weight. Same thing applies to Weight Watchers. And I can appreciate that unlike some programs, they may label foods as less nutritious or bad for you, but they don't tell you you can't have them at all. You just gotta stay within your points. You see, my problem with Weight Watchers is that they are one of the main, if not the main contributor to our current diet culture. You see, their program and entire paradigm has been built on the fact that if you eat less and move more, well, you can treat and cure obesity. And if you've been following me for any period of time, you will know that that is not the case. Further, the categorizing of food as good and bad, and also this hyperfixation with the number on the scale and it going down, I would argue has fucked up millions of people. I mean, let's just do a little bit of an example. Say we take a young teen girl who already has all the pressures of being in high school or whatever, and is already hyper fixated on how she looks and peer pressure and all of those sorts of things. And then we provide her a 1200 calorie per day diet wrapped up in a neat little point system. And then once a week, we're going to have her come to this group session, step on that scale, and have a group of people that will only celebrate her and in essence tell her that she is worthy and lovable if that number on the scale goes down. I mean, what do you think is going to happen to the psyche of a young teenage girl? For a company that has spent the last 60 years contributing to the development of eating disorders, further development of obesity, body dysmorphia, and countless other problems and stuff that is associated with diet culture, to suddenly then jump in on the obesity medicine bandwagon is a little bit problematic for me. I mean, the cynic in me kind of wants to think that they did this all on purpose and, over the last 60 years, basically create this massive demand and then just at the right time, jump in to then control the supply as well. I mean, pretty brilliant business plan if you want to take advantage of individuals. And wouldn't you know it, their stock price actually spiked quite suddenly just as the announcement was made on March 7th. And it ultimately came back down rather quickly, as I would assume a number of smart investors dumped the stock, made a bunch of money, and then rebought even more shares when the price came back down. And I really have no doubt that the Weight Watchers stock will then continue to climb as the acquisition is then further completed and Sequence gets more integrated into the Weight Watchers program and the like. And P.S. This is not financial advice. Please do your research before you decide to go and invest in them. So to wrap up my rant here, I just want to say a few other things in that, yeah, I believe Weight Watchers has done a lot of harm over the years. I mean, I see it every single day with my clients and patients and them who are struggling with their weight and the whole diet culture mentality. And yes, we could look back to the original founders of Weight Watchers and say, yeah, they really didn't know any better, and ultimately they created a product and a business and all those sorts of things. And Weight Watchers has tried to improve over the years and such like that, so becoming more not necessarily weight inclusive, but more sensitive language and trying to shift the focus away from, say, purely losing weight to more healthy lifestyle behaviors like walking more or getting better sleep and managing your stress. However, I have yet to meet anybody that downloads the WW app for health in general versus just purely weight loss. So it's clear that they have tried to make progress over the years, and therefore I'm trying to remain optimistic and think of this as a good thing. And I know it's hard not to raise an eyebrow, which I don't think I can actually do one eyebrow, but anyways, yeah, it's hard not to want to raise an eyebrow at their timing and where they're at with everything like that. But I'm hopeful and optimistic that, those at the top will maybe do good. They maybe won't be driven by the almighty dollar. And maybe with Weight Watchers, someone who is a big proponent of weight loss and diet culture and stuff like that, maybe them stepping into the obesity medicine game is a sign that they're going to start changing their ways and start looking at weight management and obesity as a chronic disease and something that requires a multifactorial treatment plan. And hopefully they overall will improve access to obesity clinicians and medications, allowing individuals that are struggling to actually get the help that they need. But only time will tell. So that is all for today, my friends, the end of my rant, if you will. So before we check out here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below so you don't miss another episode. As well, check me out on my other channels at The Official Dr. Dan, and check out my website, healthevolve.co, where you can book a consultation with myself. And as always, don't forget that small tweaks lead to massive peaks.